other information said 158 in a different diagram.
Well, at least we got
a kilo of chips.
Got a few days of chips.
I got a couple of miles to go.
It's 11 miles from here. I'll take you wherever you gotta go.
Huh?
I'll take you wherever you gotta go.
Are you heading down that way?
I can head down that way.
He's an
No, I'm
absolute
not
gentleman.
asking you.
No, I'll do it anyhow.
John's the man.
I ran into these guys in encampment. I just picked them up. I figured, hey.
Back on the highway.
We just got back out on trail, and we ended up getting picked up by a gentleman called John Gregory, a carpenter from Pennsylvania, who's living out here now at the minute, building a little cabin in the mountains, and he actually offered us a place to stay last night and a few beers, so we ended up crashing at his place, and I think I passed out around 6:30, so I had one too many beers yesterday. So, but the plan is now to go to Rollins, and Rollins is 80 miles from this Red Mountain Pass. So we will be there in 4 days. I hope. So we've got a dry section coming up. There's going to be a section with very little water, and it's going to be very like some of the sections in New Mexico again, where we've got to carry probably 4 liters of water, maybe 5. But we'll see. We'll see what it's like when we reach that stage. We should be there in about 20 miles anyway, into the dry section, that is. So, but look, boys are down here making breakfast. I'm gonna head back down to them and get some breakfast and get this day underway. We're just coming up on the first water for the day. So that was a 10-mile hike, and it's another 10-mile hike to the next water after that. So our plan is to camel up and hike out another 2 or 3 miles past the water, and that should put us at halfway for the day. We're going to try and get 24, 25 miles. As I said earlier, it does level off pretty much in the next 3 or 4 miles, and we'll be hitting it at the right time of the day as well, so it'll be a lot cooler. But we're going to keep moving, get down to this water, and hopefully, fingers crossed, further on up the trail today that we can get an opportunity to swim somewhere. I'd love to get into some cold water. It's been another gorgeous day out here. I got a little bit of a toasting. It has been a pretty hot day. So we can finally see now where we got to go. Well, out into the hotter part of this section. So we'll be there tonight. We're going to try and make it to a river, which is still about 9 miles away from here, and it's 5:30. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can make it there with just a little bit of light anyway, because I'll definitely be keen for a swim. My legs have been getting a bit of a pounding today because the pack is pretty heavy. I'm carrying a bit of weight, and I'm carrying a bit of extra water, and I'm carrying whiskey. So, but Montana's not far behind me. The views have been spectacular. I'd say he's back there taking photographs now. I would be too. I actually was. I stopped for a break, and Freewheel's probably about a mile and a half ahead. The plan is to get down here and rest up tonight, hopefully hit the 25 tonight, and then another 25 tomorrow and a 25 the day after, and that'll leave us with 5 then to get into Rollins.
It looks like it's what feeds into Savory Creek and all that.
just woke up. It's 5:45, and we got to camp late last night. So, not going to be getting to camp late tonight. No way. I was hoping to get up at 5. My alarm went off at 5, but I just couldn't get up. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, get out of here by 7 if I can. I got the porridge on, and we didn't quite make the 25 yesterday. We got pretty close, 23 point something. So happy enough with that. More than happy with that. And so the long exposed section now into Rollins begins. And we've got a bit of a road walk for a few miles first, and then I think we go on to a dirt road. But I don't see too many trees, and I think I actually just spotted 4 wild horses off in the distance. Apparently we're going to come across quite a few wild horses, and what's the other animal we're going to come across? I forget the name of it now. Antelope. We should be coming across a few antelope today as well, so I'm looking forward to it. We're just coming up on the water, and it actually looks like a fairly decent sized creek, so I might be able to get in for a dip, which would be nice. Hopefully it's cold as well. It's starting to heat up here now, and it's only about 10:30, and it looks like the direction we're heading, there doesn't seem to be any trees at all. So the water is 11 miles away, and I've got about 2.5 litres. That should take me the whole way there. I'll stop there for lunch. Hopefully there is some shade. Finally got to the water, and I think I can see it now up ahead. It's just a pipe spring, so I should be able to drink this straight, and it'll be cold. I need something cold. It was hot coming through that last section, but look, nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. A lot of animals around. Seen a herd of antelope. I think they were antelope. I think they were anyway. But it was pretty cool to see them bouncing away. And Montana shouldn't actually be too far behind me now. Should only be five or so minutes behind me. That's the day over. I think we finished with 24.4, I think, 24.3. So we've just stopped at Muddy Creek and just watching the rest of the sunset. I'm debating whether I get into this water or not, because upstream there was just hundreds of cows, and it's not exactly the most pleasant looking water around, to be honest. It's not too inviting. It's brown. Actually, it's not brown, it's grey. So, but look, I need to get cleaned. I've been sweating all day in the sun. It's been a good day. Even when we stopped for lunch and nature started to play around with us, we sat down, it was cloudy and there was no blue sky, and we didn't look for any shade. But as soon as we started cooking, the clouds disappeared and the sun started baking down again. So, but yeah, I'm going to fill up some water anyway, and I might get in for a bit of dip. I thought that was a mosquito, but I'm tired, absolutely exhausted. It's another fine morning. We've had coyotes singing away all around us all night, basically, and there's certainly more than 2 packs, I think. But it's nice. It's nice to hear, especially at a distance. I could hear something in around the camp last night as well. I just cowboy camped here. It was pretty flat. Don't know what it was. Maybe it was one of the larger rodents that came out of one of the holes that's just over there. Well, several holes actually scattered all around me. But the plan is now to get into Rawlins now this evening with about 30 odd miles to go. I think 32, 33, maybe 35. I'll have to double check that. It's between 30 and 35, buddy. No more than 35. And it's pretty much there's a small climb now. When I say a small climb, it's a gradual 500-foot climb over something like, I think it's 3 miles. So we should be pretty close to Rawlins tonight. We should get within a handful of miles anyway, at least, and then get in there tomorrow, get all our resupplies done, and get back out again the following morning. So Montana's just about to filter some water, and that's what I'm just about to do as well. There's a massive bird just floating around me. What do you see this? I don't know what he was. Very decent size anyway. And that's the sunrise. I don't know if you really can see it now. Oh, there you go. Sweet. But yeah, I'm going to go down here and filter some of this grey water and get a move on. It's 11 miles to the next water. But I'm looking forward to it again today. It looks like we're walking into some awesome canyons again. I can see them up around the corner. So it's been another fantastic day. Well, it's almost lunchtime now. The scenery is incredible around here. It really is, just vast land, rolling hills, and it is a treeless plain. So, but I see Montana up ahead now. We've done about 9 miles. We've got another 2 to go until we get to the water, and we'll stop there and have a break, and then march on again. Hopefully there's some trees. The last couple of water sources didn't have any trees. It's just all this sage. I actually called it something else yesterday, but it's actually sage. Got it wrong. I wasn't expecting to come across that amount of water. Not in this stretch anyway. I knew it was a pond, but that's a fairly decent sized one. But I can tell even from here, it doesn't look the best source to swim in. I haven't seen cows for a while, but that's not to say all the crap's been floating down the creek that we've been basically following all day. So, and you can also see in the distance as well where we got to trek over the mountains. So we've still got a long dry treeless stretch. So we've got a stretch now of 20 miles with the possibility of no water. There's a few sources, but they're not 100% reliable. So we're going to hydrate down here, camel up, And then try and get about 5 miles away from Rollins tonight and get in there for some chicken fried steak in the morning for breakfast. There's snails and everything in that water. What kind of creatures are living in this one? And we've got a few miles now and we believe there's a cache up ahead. A passing hiker has just informed us. So we didn't bother carrying any extra water out of that last cattle pond. So we'll just wait now until we get up to this next water source. Because that last water I got, you can't really see it, but it still has a yellowy tint. And it tastes like licking sweaty feet. We're in Rollins now. We actually got in here last night. We got a hitch on the last couple of miles into town because there was a storm. That storm I showed you yesterday was well overhead, and there was a call out for pizza. So we ended up getting here last night, got a pizza, and ended up camping at the fairgrounds. So just camped here. The sun's rising off in the distance, and I can see there's still a lot of smoke around. So I'm going to check to see where the fires are, actually. I've just woke up, I'm going to get a shower here. But the sprinklers hammered me last night. The sprinklers actually got freewheel as well before he got set up. So his sleeping bag and all his gear got soaked. But I was lucky enough, I had my tent set up. So, but look, I'm going to get a shower here, get freshened up. And I've got a bit of a resupply to do. And get back out of this town today. And I'm actually picking up my mead today. I was supposed to pick it up in the last town, but it never arrived. So it's in here now today. So I'll pop over to the post office and get my mead. Prickly pear, traditional, mead with strawberry, apple mead, Bluetooth. I wonder what the Bluetooth is.
We've had Bluetooth before. Blueberry.
Yeah. Blueberry Hill.